Hi everybody, I'm Annika Chikian and this is the Anna Report where every week I sit with you guys and we discuss dating and relationships. And this week's topic is how to avoid awkward first dates. Everybody just dreads first dates and it's not that dreadful. So I put together some things you can avoid to make it less awkward. TKD says this one is easy. Just admit your most embarrassing secret right off the bat. No. Mike says make a terrible joke. No, don't do that either. Oh, are you guys ready to dive right into the thing? Because I put this, I like my list this week. All right, so the first thing is dress comfortably. So you don't want to be wearing something that's itchy. You don't want to be wearing something that you have to constantly adjust, you know, or that you're uncomfortable in, so you're constantly like moving around. You don't go for ridiculous like outfits. Just wear something really comfortable for yourself, okay? So that's gonna be the least of your worries. So go nude? No! Wear a t-shirt and jeans. Avoid loud places, because what happens with loud places is that you're yelling into someone's ear the whole time that you don't know. So you're either not yelling loud enough into their ear, or you're yelling too loud and you're like, this bitch is way crazy. Or she's like, oh my god, he's like, my eardrums are gonna like burst because he's yelling into my ear. So either way, it's just uncomfortable. Don't choose to go to a place where it's loud. Pick somewhere where you can hear each other. Comfy underwear, no need to adjust. Okay, yeah, so for guys, wear a kind where you're not constantly adjusting and she's thinking like, does he have a heart on? Like, I'm talking about like my dead father. Like, why is he adjusting himself? So going to the movie is bad. Yes, it's bad. The point of a first date is to get to know this woman you're with. You want to get to know. You go to a movie. You don't get to talk to him. You don't get to know him. Nothing. Go to a comedy show. Let the comedian take care of breaking the ice. Absolutely. I think, you know, going to a comedy show and like, first thing, like go to a comedy show, laugh, and then do a drink afterwards, that might be good too. But I always say the go-to, especially for you guys, is just to keep it either drinks or coffee. So then that way you're not going on all these first dates and spending a lot of money on people you don't know. And also for women, it takes the pressure off. We're not committing to a dinner with some strange man we don't know. It's a quick meet you at the coffee shop, meet you for a drink after work, done. Keep it classy. A little flirting is great because you're letting her know that you're interested. Literally going out and like suggesting sex on a first date can really make it awkward because she's either gonna think like this guy's a jerk or she's gonna think, holy shit, he's about to rape me. I don't know where you are on the scale of like creepy with like making sex jokes. Just be careful because they can really be awkward because we're not there on a first date to have sex, majority of us. And if we are, you're gonna know right away because we're gonna suggest getting drunk and having a good time. We want to change the scene. We're not here for coffee and I don't want to get to know you. I don't care what high school you went to. It'll be very clear. But we're talking about first dates. She's interested, you're interested, but somehow you make it really awkward by insinuating sex. I always say a little touch goes a long way on a first date because it definitely breaks that sort of barrier. So first thing first, you arrive on your date, you don't know this person, and you walk up to them, hi, I'm Anna. Awkward. You walk up to them and you give them a hug and you say, hi, so good to finally meet you. That's amazing. I think all girls should do that, and I think all guys should hug on a first date. Like hi, like we've been calling, talking, texting, whatever. Hug, okay? Kind of breaks that awkward moment that two strangers are meeting in a public place for the first time. Where did you go on a first date with your current boyfriend? I picked a place. We went to a bar in West Hollywood. It's like a rooftop bar, and it was a Sunday. It was Mother's Day. We had 2 Macallans, and absolutely there was a lot of like touching, but nothing like awkward, you know? You're like, oh my god, right? And then like, oh, you need a hug or whatever, you know? Yeah, a little touch is definitely important. for both of you, because you want to know, is she interested? Oh my god, she's touching me, she must be interested. But just because she's touching you doesn't mean she wants to like give you a blowjob. Those are just like social cues that you're cute, I like you, I'm vibing with you, okay? Big hugs work, absolutely. Like, big hugs are great. Not naked hugs, big hugs. Sean says, the worst is when the girl is super cold and doesn't engage in conversations with a guy. Yes, it's super awkward, but she might be doing that either because she's socially awkward and she doesn't go on many dates, she doesn't know how to be, so you kind of have to be very clear about how you feel. Like, you have to hug her, you have to be very, you know, in tune with her and like make eye contact and listen and engage and really like, I'm nice, I'm a good guy, I got this. Like, really encourage these women, you know, because you probably have to go on a lot of dates to kind of figure out the steps of what to do and how to do and what to say, what not to say. I don't think I've ever been on a date where I told the guy, let's go get drunk, because I knew right away that saying that or doing that is going to lead to things that I'm not gonna follow through. So I'm not gonna lead a guy into a false direction where he's gonna turn around and go, what? He's gonna leave me hanging here with blue balls? Like, are you kidding me? No, I'm not doing that. Because then I'm putting myself in a dangerous situation. So you don't want to do that either, man or woman. You shouldn't lead someone on and then just leave them hanging. What are the signs she's going to give you an STD? Well, I say don't have sex right away with somebody you don't know. A woman who really truly protects herself will make the guy that she's dating, she's getting ready, okay, she's like, okay, I feel comfortable with this guy, I'm ready to have sex with him. She will make you go get checked and show you proof of your paperwork. Yeah, show me the paperwork. Absolutely. Go get checked and show me that you're clean and clear. Yeah, I do that. I expected my boyfriend to do that. Absolutely. What are the signs that a date is unsafe? I almost want to say it's obvious, but maybe it's not. Anytime you feel unsure or uneasy about a situation, you have to start really like paying attention. Like, look behind you, what's going on? Why is he saying those things? Don't get in his car, don't get in her car. Like, be careful. Do not talk about your ex. Talking about your past is an immediate recipe for awkwardness, okay? Because out of nowhere, you're talking about why you guys broke up, who he was or who she was and what she did. Nobody cares. So the other thing is small talk. Like, oh my god, how awkward are those small talks? Like, oh, I love this place. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I've kind of been here before. What do you normally order? And you're just like, this is getting really awkward. I don't know what to do. Those awkward small talks, you need to really quickly stop. Otherwise, you're gonna feel like that was the worst date you've ever been on. Once it starts, it like doesn't stop. It like spirals. And one of you literally has to divert the conversation, put a stop to it by asking a personal question. You go to the doctor to get tested for a first date. Not a first date. You shouldn't have sex on a first date. If you're really into her, you shouldn't have sex on a first date. It's not, first dates aren't for girls that you actually are genuinely interested in. Kiss on a first date, thoughts? Absolutely, yes, I totally think it's okay to kiss on a first date. Obviously, the date went well, right? You picking up on the social cues, she likes you, she was flirting with you, she had the small touches, she was interested in you, so absolutely it's okay to kiss on a first date. Sean says, have you read about those girls that intentionally go on dates with guys for free dinners? Yes, we've talked about this on the Anna Report, which is why I always say, stop going to dinners. Stop taking women out to dinners on a first date. It's a huge commitment. It might not, like, you imagine having to go through all this awkward shit for whole dinner. Vomit in my mouth. No, thank you. For guys, save your money so you can go on multiple dates. Go for a drink. Go for coffee. Quick, something quick after work. Just meet them in person. Feel them out. Corey says, what does it really mean when she invites you back for coffee? It means that she's okay with hooking up on a first date, or maybe she just wants to like kiss on a first date, which is totally fine. You just kind of have to go with the flow, and if you really like her, you can go back for coffee and you can just keep it at a kiss and just tell yourself, I'm not gonna do it, and just keep it at a kiss and leave. Or if you don't trust yourself, you don't go inside and you take her out again the next time, which you will probably most likely really like about you. Even though at first when you say no, she's gonna be butthurt because she's gonna think you're never gonna call her. But then when you call her again, ask her out, she's gonna be like, oh, wait a minute. Never mind. He was a gentleman. There aren't that many of those guys around, so I better lock this guy down. Chip says, I've had them show up with their sister. I'm like thinking, what the fuck? Are you serious? They showed up with their sister on the date? Oh boy. First date. I don't pay, I 50-50. See, that's awkward, Juan. I think it's so awkward when you 50-50. It's even weird with friends when you split. Like, it's almost like we're grown people. We should probably just one person pays or the other person pays, you know? AJ said, what if a girl shows up with her friend? Do I walk out, pay for myself, pay for all three? I think you just pay for yourself. At that point, you're like, I would be pissed. Oh my God, that would piss me off. Are you kidding me? So you're coming up for free dinner and you're bringing your girlfriend for free dinner. Oh my God, no way. You pay for yourself. Carl says, but what if you want to leave halfway through the date? Well, if you did coffee, then you would say, it was so great to meet you. I gotta run now. I'll be in touch with you. Or you don't even have to say I'll be in touch with you. Chip says, I've had it where the chick ordered the most expensive thing on the menu. Well, that's not fair, okay? I've had that happen to me, but like, I've done that. Let me tell you what happens with that situation, okay? Ordering the most expensive thing on the menu. I've been to restaurants, okay, certain restaurants I've been to and I know what I ordered. And let's say it's the most expensive thing. So I take myself, I order the most expensive thing. I go with my friends, I order the most expensive thing. And then I go on a date and I can't order what I always eat because, oh, I don't want to be that girl ordering the most expensive thing. But then I'm like, well, if I'm always paying for myself, if he can't pay for me for what I like, well, screw that. Like, I've committed to come out. We chose this place. This is what I always eat here, so it is what it is. Chip says, where are the chicks that don't eat? That's the ones I want to date. Go to Hollywood. Those chicks don't eat. Well, you know what's worse about Hollywood? They order a bunch of stuff and they don't eat. They just sit there. How about going to a museum? They're quiet, and here in Dallas, Fort Worth, most are free. They're boring. You have to be willing to deal with the basic conversation on a first date, okay? To not make things awkward. You have to ask the boring questions like, what high school did you go to? How many siblings do you have? And da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, all those things you have to do on a first date because that's what you're gonna really walk away and go, oh, I like her, I don't like her. So the basic conversation is vital, vital, vital. I know it's boring, but it's really important. Also really important, no matter how nervous you are, you do not pregame by getting drunk before going on the date. Whether that's taking some shots of whiskey, vodka, whatever you're drinking, or having a couple of beers, or hitting the bong. Did I say that right? Smoking pot, whatever, like to calm you down. Don't do it, okay? You're gonna show up on this fucking date, all right? Either she's gonna think you're awkward because you're gonna start acting awkward, or she's gonna walk away thinking, oh, he's a great guy, and then you're gonna go on a couple of dates when you're actually sober and she's gonna be like, this guy's awful because you are truly not showing who you really are. No weed, no alcohol, nothing. Just be yourself. I don't like when guys do that. It calms me down. You don't need it. Be yourself. You know what will calm you down? If you call one of your family members or your buddies for a pep talk on your way to the date, so they can remind you what a fucking awesome person you are, how wonderful you are, and how any woman would be lucky to be with you because you're a great guy. And then, when you're on the date, don't get drunk, okay? Because either way you look at it, it's a bad idea. Because if one person is more drunk than the other, it's a disaster. It gets awkward. And then if both of you get drunk on the date, the next morning is awkward. So either way, you're screwed when you get drunk on a first date. This other thing is my favorite is stay off your phone. Put your phone away. Because if you're going on a first date, most likely you're dating other people. So you don't want there to be like an awkward text from another woman. And you don't want to be rude, most importantly. And then also, like, a lot of times what happens is before a date you like research the person, and then it's still like in your Safari, and then you like open to show someone something, and then their like Facebook account pops up because you were last on their Facebook account, and it's just a disaster. Just put the phone away for an hour and get to know this complete stranger. It's just a fucking date, alright? It's not that serious. If it doesn't go well, you never have to see this person ever again. And it's only awkward because you're making such a big deal out of it. Don't make a big deal out of it. Who cares? It's just a date. Just relax and go and have a good time. Enjoy. First dates are so much fun. Talking about, like, you're just talking about yourself and you're listening to someone's life story. I don't know. For me, it's just fascinatingly fun. I will see you guys on Instagram, and I will see you on Facebook. All right, have a good night. Bye.